Good morning, everybody. Today I'm heading into London and I'm going to meet up with Afeez, but first I have to get myself to Shepherd's Bush.
This is the Central Line train to White City.
Hello. How's it going?
Not bad, yourself?
Yeah, not bad, thanks.
It's been a while.
Cheers. I've seen that one before.
Well, this is my very first electric unicycle that I've ever had. It holds a very special place in my heart.
Right, so we're just going to quickly head back to Afeez's place because he has brought his wrong unicycle. He was supposed to bring the big one,
I was supposed to bring a big one.
and instead he brought the little diddly footpath one.
I wasn't expecting to see this beast of a...
Did I not mention I was bringing this thing?
Yeah, but I didn't think it was one of these, you know. It's doable.
I'm really chuffed. It is genuinely a doable proposition when folded on the tube. Fantastic. As to the subject of today's vlog post, obviously Afeez is very into rideables. You can check out the rideables.org website. He sort of helped put that together, and they're trying to encourage the government to make electric rideables a bit more on the legal side, because my suspicion is that the majority of the people are in the cycle paths and pavements, and the majority of the space is going to the cars. I don't think that's the way it should be in the centre of London. Yeah, what they need to do is ban all non-electric vehicles from the centre of London. That beautiful EMV 200, that'll be fine. That would also be fine. In an effort to get away from all these huge crowds, I totally snapped this folding pedal. So we're going to go find an emergency cycle shop and get this sorted, and hopefully put some distance between us and the huge numbers of people around
We're
here.
heading this way, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, let's roll.
Cycle repair shop. Now I've got my pedals sorted, I am heading to the South Bank Skate Park to see Soph and Jasper. Pleased I got my pedals sorted. We actually went to the fully charged skate shop in the end, and the mechanic guy there was quite derogatory about my bike, which I'm not too surprised about. The cheapest electric bike they sell costs like $3 grand. I mean, that's like more than most people's car. We are now heading home. And here is the Olympic Park, stadium and everything. Suits you, Afeez. You look like a grown-up. It is cheating.
This is awesome. I like the way it handles as well.
Yeah, I think it's handles well. That's what you get with 20-inch wheels.
It's very nimble, right?
Yeah.
Very nimble. And it's not that heavy as well. Let me try it again.
Well, it's quite heavy.
Alright, so I'm sold. I am going to get myself an electric bicycle.
Excellent.
Done.
My work here is done.
The work here is done. Yeah, I'm sold. I'm definitely getting myself one. I'm going to start doing some investigation and seeing the one that I like. Thank you. It just cost me £1,000. Bye. Bye-bye.
It's a sweet bit of kit. Righty. Let's go get some food. Electric unicycles all charged again.
Yeah, we've got
Hey.
6 bars out of 13.
What is that?
Electric unicycle.
So you sit and...
No. You stand up there.
Yes, I know this one.
I've convinced Afeez to get an electric folding bike, and he's trying to convince everyone else to get electric unicycles, which he's going to be selling through his website.
erides.co.uk.
And I think you're going to do some folding bikes too, folding electric bikes.
Yes,
maybe.
yes. So essentially,
Cool.
all electric ridables, erides.co.uk.
I had a very interesting conversation with Afeez while we were in Wagamama.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was far too loud for me to actually put it into this blog post, but I'm going to try and recount what I can of it because it was an interesting one, and it was about the law and about innovation, because that's one of the core problems with having a law that is not permissive by default, which is exactly what we have with electric scooters. They were banned in 1835 before electric scooters existed, therefore they're illegal. The problem is, how do you ever find out if the current crop of electric scooters are actually going to be safe to ride on pavement, cycle paths, the road, if nobody can do it legally? The answer is you can't find out if it's a good idea or not. You kind of have to wait for other countries to do the research and then base your legislation off their experiences, which is kind of what we're doing here. But of course what that means is that there can be no innovation. Is it a good idea to have a speed limit of 15 miles an hour or 12 miles an hour or 20 miles an hour? Well, I definitely think that answering questions about this sort of thing is much easier when you allow the innovation to happen organically, because when you get a brand new thing that just suddenly takes off, it's not everyone suddenly goes out and gets an electric scooter that day. So initially, the number of people using them on the roads and cycle paths is tiny. And if there's going to be a problem, if they instantly run into every pedestrian they see because they just can't help themselves, then the government can step in and prohibit them, safe in the knowledge that what they're actually doing is making the world safer. Anyway, that's my little rant about that done. You're quite taken with that electric unicycle, Jasper. You going to get one? Yeah? So you've actually got the power now after supper to ride home. Apparently you can do about 60 miles on that thing. Wow. I have used about 20% of the battery in my bike, and we've done about 20 miles today. But I have been cheating quite a lot. There were, I'd say 50% of the time, didn't use the power at all. Plus, there's virtually no hills in the whole of London, which is one of the reasons why I don't think people buy electric bikes a lot in London, because honestly, there's no hills. Over this way, Jasper. Been a great day.
Sorry, Mark. I'm not gutted.
Mark was extremely gutted that he couldn't come.
Next time, Jasper.
Cheers, Afeez. Take care, mate. I've had an absolutely fantastic day. We must do it again soon.
Take care.
Awesome.
Drive safe.
Cheers.
Watch out,
Jasper, careful. It's been quite interesting. I've learnt a lot about what my bike can and can't do in London, and I've learnt a lot about what is and isn't a good idea as a transport in London, and the best way to encourage and promote innovative transport in London. However, that does now mean that it is time for me to say goodbye for the day. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog post. If you have, remember to like it, share it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you don't already. Jasper, this side of the car, please. And I will see you in the next episode of my vlog. Bye. It's what me and Mark always say, it's always very expensive when we meet up.
It is always very expensive whenever we meet up, but yeah, I think this is definitely worth it.
I think so as well. For London, it seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah, and it's just to give you that peace of mind as well. It's not always looking behind your back to see if there's a police coming around while you're riding your UC or your electric scooter. I just want to just get from A to B.
Yep.
Cool.